A new crazed villain is stalking the streets of Lower Manhattan. Hell's Kitchen remains undefended with Daredevil still in the hospital. Who will be caught in the crossfire of the violence? Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Marvelus, and today we're going to be previewing Iron Fist Season number 2, and this is going to be called What We Know. So we're going to preview all the cool stuff that's going to be happening in Iron Fist Season 2 and break it down for you. But who is Typhoid Mary, and how is she going to be integrated in Season 2? Who is the new fight coordinator, and what predictions can we make on this season? All this and more on this episode of Marvelous. Back on the streets in Hell's Kitchen, a new enemy emerges, unlike any that Iron Fist has faced before. No, really, Iron Fist has never faced off with Typhoid Mary because she is a Daredevil villain and love interest of Matt Murdock. In fact, Daredevil caused her evolution and dated her as well. Mary Walker was first introduced in Daredevil number 254, May of 1998, and was created by Ann Nocenti and penciled by John Romita Jr. Matt Murdock had no idea he was dating a newly founded enemy that he accidentally helped create. Daredevil chased a low-life street thug into a brothel that Mary worked at. Now, the other brothel employees came forward and aided the thug. In the commotion, Daredevil knocked down Mary Walker out of the window. And in the moment, she vowed no man would ever hurt her again. For an unknown reason, her personality fragmented into what is known as medically defined a dissociative identity disorder. She developed 3 personalities. Mary Walker is a quiet and mild-mannered woman, Typhoid Mary, an adventurous, lust-filled personality and prone to violence, and Bloody Mary, a persona who is a brutal sadist with an extreme prejudice towards men. Alicia Eve, a Star Trek alum, has been cast as Mary Walker, Typhoid Mary. She will be wielding an impressive set of powers. If the show allows for the whole power set, it would include pyrokinesis, telekinesis, and limited mind control. She also has an extensive martial arts knowledge and deadly proficiency with bladed weapons. Her alternate personalities are often contracted for assassin work by Kingpin, Dr. Doom, and other amazing villains. Now, Alicia Eve trolled us a bit by saying that the character she is playing is very, very violent, but the reason I took the role is I got to play someone with multiple personalities. With that kind of enthusiasm, I can't wait to see what she brings to the multifaceted character of Mary. But before we speculate on her role and introduction to the show, we're going to talk about something else for just a moment. A foggy night pours over Hell's Kitchen. The cold wind blows below off the Hudson, crashing into the city like a hammer and an anvil. Jeff Loeb, Marvel's head of television, had teased that the character would cross over and it will make you a little misty. It doesn't take long to piece together that the Daughter of the Dragon team-up is coming at some point, and we are getting none other than Misty Knight back for more Iron Fist action. Simone Missick will be reprising her role as Misty, and we can only hope that the showrunners keep pushing these two together for an eventual series of Daughters of the Dragon. A Forged in Fire showrunner has also been tapped to head Season 2, Raven Metzner, and he is best known for his work on shows like Fallen Skies, Heroes Reborn, and Sleepy Hollow. Interestingly, his movie credits include writing the script for Elektra and The Things We Suffered When We Had No MCU. It was truly a dark time, and Hollywood was full of terrorists. Don't forget to Hulk smash that like button, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications for new episodes, everyone. Be on the lookout for Frank Miller, the godfather of Netflix MCU, episode coming very soon. Now, let's talk about Fight Night in Hell's Kitchen. One of the biggest complaints of the Season 1 was lackluster fight sequences. While they were okay, they certainly lacked a certain fluidity that a master or his equally trained foes should have had. To help remedy this glaring issue, Netflix brought on Clayton Barber, and Barber was previously worked on in MCU on the Black Panther as the fight choreographer. Think back to how epic Black Panther and Warmonger's fights were. While the budget is less for Netflix than a motion-filled picture, I'd expect the fights to still be on par with Black Panther. Now, Finn Jones took an unfair amount of criticism for the fighting sequences, and in my opinion, he did fine for the sequences, but there was no focus on the fighting in the story arc. The plot was being driven down by a few different things. Number 1, flushing out the mystery of Meacham as the big baddie. Number 2 was setting up the Defender story arc, neither of which were in Finn Jones's control. Now, finally, we're going to get to the big speculation to the showdown, and we can speculate on how she will be introduced into the show. And I'm going to go over a few points and just kind of break it down for you. So number one, they could have a Daredevil cameo of the incident that created Mary. I don't see this one as terribly likely. Daredevil is still laid up and recovering from the end of the Defenders. I do see Iron Fist watching over Hell's Kitchen this season as Daredevil recovers. It has some comic book precedence as Iron Fist took over the kitchen when Daredevil was jailed. We will also probably see Luke Cage making a cameo in season 2. Number 2, Iron Fist somehow causes Mary's transformation and might become a love interest of Danny's. I don't see the love angle playing out, but accidentally creating her is definitely a possibility. I think this season is going to be more action-centered with better and longer fight sequences. Having her creation story might slow down the pacing, although I don't think it is very likely. Number 3, she comes as a fully developed character who is hired as an assassin by Joy Meacham or Davos. This seems to be the more likely scenario for her introduction. It will allow for a faster paced plot and more time for action sequences and better fights. Number 4, I think the showrunners will keep pushing forward with the Daughters of the Dragon as the next possible spin-off series, and hopefully we will get some quality screen time with all of them together. And finally, number 5, we will see Jones don the iconic green and yellow suit this season. That's right, you heard it here first, the full suit. This season. Of course, we would be completely off on these predictions. Only time will tell. Let us know in the comments section below what you think and where you think this season is going. Be sure to catch Iron Fist Season 2 dropping on Netflix on September 7th. I want to thank everyone for watching this episode of What We Know for Iron Fist Season 2. This was a really fun video to record. I'm really excited for Iron Fist Season 2. I think it's going to be way better than Season 1. And there is more content coming to you in the future. We got a Lou Ferrigno interview that we're going to drop. And we want to thank Marvel Amino, an amazing app that you can go check out on your phone. Amazing people are on there dropping all sorts of new theories, art, and whatnot. I want to thank them for supporting us at DragonCon. It was an absolute blast to be interviewing Lou Ferrigno. Of course, we're going to have more Marvel Cinematic Universe videos. We got a Doctor Strange video for you. We have Gemma from Secrets of the Citadel going to be dropping a Cull Obsidian Captain Marvel video for you. We're going to be covering the Marvel Netflix series. Of course, Daredevil drops this winter. We're going to have DC Universe stuff, the Expanse podcast coming up for you, and we're going to be covering Star Wars as well. Of course, thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to have all of the social media up for Marvelous very soon, and I would like all of you to be marvelous.